RVers out there. Wake up, America.
Hello, Christine. Are you out there?
We're live with Lost RVers. Let me see if I can turn this camera around. What happened? Oh no. Turn it around.
Are you there?
There it is. Hold on. There she is. We're in Altadena, LA, driving through it.
Hello.
We're the Lost RVers. And I'm trying to get this to work so you can see something. So you're with the Lost RVers. It's about 10:36. We're on I-210 heading south through Pasadena. Just went through Pasadena. We're in Altadena right now. We don't see any smoke. We don't see any fire. All looks calm. There's the horizon. See anything out there?
I don't see any fire.
You have to go.
I don't see any smoke.
You have to go on the channel.
Hold on. I was just
and then
telling
see
her.
if any comments
But I
come
had to
through.
tell Christine we're.
Well, there's nobody out there yet. And there may not be anybody out there. We're just testing out the live capability.
Okay, I see it.
Okay,
Road footage.
go into comments.
Comments.
Comment. So we had a couple of requests to go live on the way down. We waited till we got through the mountains, get a better signal. Checking this out. It's about 700 miles or so. And we're almost there. We got about maybe 350 left to do. We'll probably stay in San Diego. No, not San Diego. Palm Springs. Palmdale.
Maybe Palm Springs.
Is it? Yeah.
That's all about the same.
Yeah, it's all about the same. And instead of getting in the courtside at 3:10 in the morning, we're just going to hang it up.
In there in the morning.
And it's about, I guess, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours from where we usually stay, which is a rest stop, to courtside. This is our 58th RV road trip in the 21 FB Mesa Ridge. Walk around bed, pulled by an F-150 4x4 pick-me-up truck.
And we're rolling down the freeway.
It looks like we're coming into some high-rise buildings up here. We never see high-rise buildings.
I don't see any smoke or fire.
No smoke, no fire. We did see a duck run across the freeway that was on fire.
No.
But we just chalked that up to hallucinations from night driving and exhaustion.
Now that he's got his glasses on, he won't see things like that.
Got some glasses on. So we've been doing this RV lifestyle since
2017? No.
2018. So this is our seventh year. And we started off with
it was 2018.
Yeah, because we bought the car. We bought a Highlander, Toyota Highlander.
Not knowing that we were going to pull a trailer.
With 6 miles on it. V6, great car. The great cars. Highlanders are a great car. And so are the Subarus, same. Anyway, we bought that. And then we had a buddy who bought an old Class A motorhome, fixed it up. And they used to go out to the desert for this Halloween party once a year out in Walker River. And we wanted to do that. And you can see that. Go to the channel, look up Halloween, go to the holiday section, you'll see them all. So we ended up hooking up the 17 Highlander with a bumper hitch on it to pull a 175 RD Jayco with a flop over bed. Great unit. If you don't mind flopping over each other, that 175 RD with a full bath, a nice little U-shape.
Oh, we just lost somebody.
Oh, it's okay. You have to talk too, or they'll just hang up.
I got my feet all tangled up.
A U-shaped table in the back. Anyway, and that's what we went with for about 8 trips. And I was worried about the Toyota blowing the transmission. It pulled it fine, but I knew that, hey, you know, pulling 3,800 pounds with a little V6 would eventually ruin the car. So we bought this F-150 4x4 pick-me-up truck. And then, of course, you know, you don't want to flop over each other anymore. And since the truck can pull another 3,000 pounds, might as well go up to a 21 FB Mesa Ridge with a walk-around bed. And that's crucial to our lifestyle on the road. And for all of you thinking about you're out there, you're going out to that Florida, the Tampa show, and I was watching Traveling Robert's live show there, and you know, people, well, what kind of trailer should I get if I do this? Well, where do I start? And everyone's afraid to give an answer because, you know, you never want to tell someone what they should be looking for. But I'll tell you this much.
There's a trailer for everyone.
There is a trailer for everyone. But in more cases than not, people will go with a smaller trailer because they're cute. But
I don't know if that's necessary.
Well, after a while, and with the flop over bed, after a while, and you're guilty of it. Every time we go by a trailer, like, let's go look at that one. You know, it's 38 feet long, 2 stories, 4 bathrooms, 4 porches, a wraparound, you know, sink. But start with a walk-around bed. Unless you're doing, you know, extreme RVing and you're going into the hills and you need that durability and that flexibility of maneuverability so you can get in and out. But if you're just a casual RVer and you're looking for an RV, walk around bed, full bath, and kitchen. After that is what you can afford with all the amenities. Personally, if you can find one without a face-to-face dinette, go for it. They're useless. Now, a lot of people think, oh, well, the kids sit around it. That's true. And you have dinner around it. That's true. But the amount of space it takes up for what you get.
We're in Monrovia. He's going on and on about this, I don't know, story. But we're in Monrovia right now, headed to Quartzsite.
Who?
Us.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking about the 3 other people that are on live.
Oh, hey, people. Are there 3 people?
Yes.
Hello. Hey, we
4 of us.
We got it. This is like the old days of KKUP when I had like 2 listeners. I used to do a radio show in the middle of the night called KKUP. I started a show called Friday Night Live. I was so bored, so tired of spinning jazz and blues. It was a volunteer gig, right? Just jazz and blues. I hate jazz and blues. No, I don't hate it, but you know, it's not. I like the blues, but jazz anyway. So I convinced my program director to let me do a show called Live Fridays. It came on Thursday night at 11:59 p.m. Because if you said midnight Friday, they wouldn't know what to do. So I'd start the show at 11:59 on Thursday, and it'd go to 3 o'clock on Friday morning. And the only thing you had to do to get on my show, live, it was live, baby, live, was to come down to the station where I was, because I was so bored. It was the middle of the night by yourself spinning jazz, you know, I couldn't stand it. And perform live. Bring whatever instruments you wanted, as long as you had the guts to perform live, you could debut on this little radio station for 3 hours in the middle of the night. I interviewed 136 bands and artists, and a Nielsen rating came out. Now, we're a non-profit, small radio station that shouldn't even be in the commercial ratings, and I made a .06 rating for that time period. I thought, wow, I'm going to be famous. Didn't do anything for me. But yeah, and sometimes we were on the air, and no one's listening to you, or you don't know who's listening to you. So I got used to just talking into the air and hoping there would be someone there. How many people we got?
I don't know.
0? You aren't even watching.
I was. I had to go.
My wife is
Okay, we're down to 2 people.
Useful as a navigator.
Hey.
Yes.
I was checking to see how far we were.
You're supposed to monitor it to make sure people aren't using foul language.
Don't use foul language.
Right. Well, you don't have the blue wrench yet, but so anyway,
here we are.
So talking into a live monitor while driving is just kind of like, it's part of the game. Oh, back to RVing. So you want to have a walk-around bed, a kitchenette or kitchen, and a full bath. You want the shower, the sink, and the toilet. And you can get those down to like 19 footers. And of course you can go up to your bigger ones, fifth wheels or trailers. But if you don't start there and you go small because it's cute or it's whatever, eventually you're going to trade up. And we did. We traded out of the Toyota. We lost $7,000 on that. Had to flip that into the truck payment. And then we traded up to the 21 Mesa Ridge and lost about $4,000 on that and had to flip that into the bigger trailer. But now we got what we want. And now we want like a 250 and a fifth wheel. Because she wants, foo-foo. And the fifth wheels are beautiful. They are. They're huge.
And you'd get one if you could.
I like what we got, and I'm not going to trade out of it because it's perfect. Look it up. 21 FB Mesa Ridge by Highlander Ridge.
It's definitely a couple's trailer.
It's a couple's trailer. It's a no nonsense. But if you take out, which we did, took out the table. I put a little cabaret table in there, a lot more space, and throw in a couple of chairs. It'd be perfect. Small. But I'm doing 74 miles an hour right now in the middle of traffic, and you just you chug along. And if you go bigger, even more comfort, but more hassle getting it in and out of gas stations, finding places to park it. So it's up to you. But if you're a casual, and it's you and your wife, or you and your husband, not too many kids, and you just want to be able to go to the lake, go to the forest, just pull in, pull out. Start with the walk-around bed. You'll thank me for it later. Right.
Sorry, we're just getting over colds.
Whatever. The fog, baby. That fog. You heard about the fog out there?
Oh, tell them about the fog.
Oh, the fog. First we had drones, then we had UAPs.
We haven't heard about the drones lately.
They're there. They aren't reporting them because they're UFOs. That's why they made the fog, to hide the UFOs. And the fog came into where we lived. It's not really a fog. It starts out with blue skies. It's beautiful. We live in the Sierras. You wake up and the birds are chirping and singing, and it's blue skies. And all of a sudden you look up and there's these trails going through the sky. Oh no, it's just vapor trails. It's just vapor trails. No, don't look up. You won't see them. You won't think they're there, huh? And then within an hour, it turns gray and it settles down, and then there's kind of like this haze, and it has started right around New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and it hasn't gone every day. It's this weird haze. It's not as thick as fog, but it is a haze. And then all of a sudden we get this coughing crud, and she gets tested for COVID every day when she goes to work, and it's not. So it's not COVID.
Whoa!
Look at this. Oh,
wow.
Holy must be Newsom. Okay. I need to take a roll in, baby. But yeah, there's this fog or haze. What do you think about those UAPs? I think that's just bull crock or real? I personally think they're real. Okay, we're gonna have to pass this guy. It's been an uneventful trip so far.
Thank God.
And actually, we haven't hit one, knock on wood, except maybe in Sacramento for a bit. Any traffic. I've been cruising 70 the whole way. I'm getting 9.5 miles per gallon. But I'm going over these hills doing 70. If I dropped it down to 60 or 65, I'd probably be getting 11. But time is money. So you're with the Lost RVers, just on a live cruise through Pasadena and LA Basin. going into Palm Springs. It's 10:50, 51 degrees out. Yeah, we've been doing this for about 7 years. First trip was in the truck. Well, we did 7 trips with the Highlander and the 175 RD over to the coast, Casper Beach, through a snowstorm. And hey, listen, if you have a Highlander and you want a smaller trailer, that's a great unit. It pulls it. I just worry about the transmission. And we did some local trips with that, and we switched to the 150, and we decided to go to the fish market.
Seattle, in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to the fish market on Mother's Day.
It's packed.
We got stuck on a ferry. We forgot it was Mother's Day. We were planning on Mother's Day there, and the place was packed, and you're just in a line, and we're downtown Seattle with a trailer. It felt like Okies from Muskogee. Sorry, babe.
Hey.
My wife was born in Oklahoma. And I was born in Oklahoma. Almost made it out to Vegas. And they tell me I was born there, but I really don't remember. In Oklahoma. Anyway, and we got in a line of traffic, couldn't get out of it, and all of a sudden we're in line, we're sitting there, and we're going, where does this go?
And we're entering a ferry.
And there's no place to turn around, and he goes, well, it'll be $80. And I go, I don't want to get on a ferry. He goes, well, pull over here and wait till all these cars go by, whatever. I said, shit, let's go.
Language.
Oh, shoot. So we got on this ferry, crossed the Puget, and then took the ferry back for Mother's Day. That was interesting. 2 cruise liners pulled in on Mother's Day, and they were from the Far East, either Korean, Japanese maybe, Chinese, Japanese.
China, I think.
Yeah, something like that. But 2 of them, one had, from what I heard, one had 8,500, and the other one had like 5,500, and they were all Asians. And listen, I'm not boasting, I'm not saying diddly squat. But some people think I look like Sam Elliott. Ask my wife. People ask me once or twice a day. And all these Asian people. This one cruise liner had to be a cruise liner of models.
Hello, Kitty.
Hello, Kitty. And they're gorgeous. Asian girls, they all look the same. It looked like they were all clones. And they were coming up to me, Sam Elliott. No, take my picture with me. Okay. That was quite a day. But that was a good trip. That was a long trip. And then we've done trips. We went to the Grand Canyon. That was a great trip. Here's the deal. You remember the shot, right? The vax, the poke, the lockdown, the masks, all that kind of crud. Well, we scheduled a trip to leave on May 7th or 6th.
Somewhere around there.
Of 2020 to go out to Yellowstone. And my wife works real hard. She's a nurse. And when you can get 2 weeks off, you take it. It is hard to change. And as soon as she got off, they locked down the state of California. You can't go anywhere. You got to stay in your houses. Panic, masks, everything, blah, blah. And shoot, there goes our trip. Everything's shut down. And we decided that we were going regardless. So we snuck out of California at midnight. We were going to go the back way through the Highway 20, and you go through the mountain passes. You can come into Reno and sneak onto 395 that way and just get out of California. And at the last moment, I decided we'll go ahead and go through, we'll just take 80. I thought they'd have M16s there turning people around like I Am Legend. You know, turn around, go back. What are you doing out of their house? And I thought to myself, I said, Mike, did any legislative body pass a law mandating this? I said no. So it's just an advisory, right? If it's advisory, you don't have to obey it. So we took off
Yellowstone was closed.
to go to Yellowstone.
It was closed.
Everything was closed. RV parks were closed. Gas stations. You could pay with your card, but you couldn't go inside. It's hard to get a cup of coffee. Couldn't get a hamburger. Nothing was open. No cars on the road. No trucks on the road. It was like that eerie Twilight Zone when, everything was normal. The lights were flashing red and yellow and green, and the birds were out in the parks, but there wasn't a soul out. Salt Lake City was a ghost town. Absolutely nobody out. Nobody. People were in their cars with masks and gloves on with the windows rolled up in the middle of the desert. Like the air was like I Am Legend, or what was that other one? The Happening when
Is Salt Lake City in the desert?
Yeah. Well, no, but there was a desert when we went out to
Skinwalker Ranch.
Well, we're getting there.
Oh,
long story.
Get ahead.
We still have two people listening. All right, guys, you're champions. So anyway, we take off. Everything's closed. We don't know what to do. We got some food in some little bum nut town in Nevada because Safeway in our town was like you had the paper. I stocked up on toilet paper. Everyone was saying,
what was that all about?
I don't know. So we didn't know where to go. No RV parks were open. Nothing was open. Everything was locked down. No cars on the road. It was weird. So we said, well, let's go to Bonneville Salt Flats and see if we can get out there, man. So we went out to Bonneville Salt Flats on Mother's Day.
It was my birthday.
It was your birthday. Oh, that's right. But Mother's Day was, same days, or real close. We spent 3 days out there, and then said, well, because they said Yellowstone was closed, but we were still going to go there. We had been watching, before we left, that show, The Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch. And when you're in Salt Lake City, you're pretty close. You're about 200-300 miles away from the corner of northeast Utah.
Which is where Skinwalker Ranch
is. Which is where Skinwalker Ranch is. And we didn't have an address or anything, but I said, you know what, let's just go that way while we're going to Yosemite, or Yellowstone, and see if we can at least see it. So we headed out towards that way. Well, my wife, through the internet, found a mailing address, a business address for Skinwalker out there. It's the town of Jefferson. And make a longer story shorter, or longer, or whatever, we found it. And we got there to the back gate. And when you could see what do they call those 1 and 2? Homestead 1 and 2. You can kind of see Homestead 2 where the triangle is if you ever watched the show. And we found this real cool area. You could pull over. We were hidden by some bushes. And it had to be a public road because it was a mail route. It was dirt road. And we pulled up and I said, well, why don't we just sit here for a little bit and have lunch? Okay. And we're sitting there and I said, well, why don't we stay until it gets a little bit darker? We ended up staying until about 11 o'clock. And I'm telling you people, there's a video on it. Go watch it. There's 2. I made 2. Pretty much the same thing, but it's early day video. I didn't have any editing equipment, did everything on my phone, but it scared the hell out of us. We heard grunts, we heard screams, my phone wouldn't charge. The weirdest thing, it scared so it was bad we fled. You hear it, man. I was like a big baby. Let's go. Yeah, come on, hurry up. We were sitting on opposite sides of the RV. They both have windows. And I was looking out my window. We were parked next to a bush, and the bush started to shake. I mean, just rapidly and violently shaking. And I went, what the hell? And I was standing up to say, Patty, look. And before I could say that, she screeched like a banshee. She just let out a scream before I could say, look. I go, what? Something ran past the window. Well, the damn thing is 6 feet off the ground, and she said it was taller than the window, which put it at about 7 or 8 feet tall, and it was a shadow that ran past the damn window 1 second after I saw the bushes fucking go crazy.
Language.
And then the screaming frog, skinwalker, probably some kind of blood-sucking vampire, menacing wolf kind of thing is lapping at a door, and I had a knife. I had a steak knife out. Like, you know, I'd rather have a Bible, but I had a steak knife out. And we're going, what the hell? It's about, you know, 11:45. Pitch black. On the edge of a cliff next to a creek that looked like it should be filled with dead bodies floating by, like the Civil War after a battle. The bodies go floating by.
I was on the phone and heard it scream.
Yeah. She was on the trailer. If I walked too far away from the trailer, my battery would die.
Well, you were watching out for skinwalkers.
Yeah. But the damn thing would die, and I'd plug in power packs, and it wouldn't do anything. The only way I get my phone to charge is to hook up and start my Honda 2200i generator, run an extension cord inside of the trailer, and plug my phone directly into that, and use that as a power line, and just lean out the trailer and take some videos. That's how it was. It was so weird. But yeah, at the very beginning, I had like 6% left of my battery, and I think I was singing a song or something. I was scared. And all of a sudden, we heard this grunt. And have you ever heard what you think, a Sasquatch or
a scream?
Well, that was the frog one. I'm talking about the one Holly heard when you guys were inside talking.
It was outside.
I was outside. They were inside. And this thing bellowed. It wasn't a cow, it bellowed. It was just, you could feel it through the dirt. That was during the day. So when nighttime came along, they say, it was a frog. Well, it kind of sounded like a frog. But it followed us.
Like that.
We got there at about 3:30. We found this place, and we heard it. And it was way on the other side, way away. We said, that's weird. And then about 5, it was closer, and it was only one screech. When it got dark, that son of a bitch was right below us. Where you have to look at the video, you'll see the creek, and you'll see where it was. It was right below us, and it was just so loud, and just one screech after the next. And when I started the generator, it got louder. It went over the generator. So, and you'll hear me. Shh, shh. I say, shh, 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 shh. What was that? Oh my God, fuck, let's get out of here.
Language.
So you'll see. And then there's some orb deals going on I didn't see when I first did the video. Then after the video, I go, what are these orange things? And there's this, you know, there may have been orbs. But yeah, that shadow got us spooked. We took. But you gotta look at that, you know, that's one of the, that was one. And then we ended up, dig this, we ended up taking off from there, stayed at a Walmart. I mean, I was so freaked out, I got all the shopping carts and kind of made it a barrier around the front door at a Walmart. So we go and we go to Yellowstone, and there's a big sign, closed, turn around, don't come in. Well, holy cow, we drove all the way out there. And
we saw the Grand Tetons, it was awesome.
Yeah, and here's another thing. Every camping sign, you know, as you go down the roads, wherever you are in any kind of forest, you'll see camping here, camp spot there, nice little wood signs everywhere with, you know, mileage signs saying 2.4 or whatever mile. They were all taken down across the country. They sawed them down or took them down or dug them up so people wouldn't use it. But being a woodsman myself, and knowing the backcountry of the Great Sierra Mountains, there are certain signs you want to look for when you're just trying to boondock illegally.
Find BLM land.
Finding BLM land. If you see a dirt road with a stop sign on it, it goes somewhere. That's it. And this not closed. A lot of them were closed, but this gate was open. Didn't have a sign on it, but it had a stop sign. And I said, well, let's take it. And about 4 miles in, we came across the Grand Teton, Brighton Tetons. But it was BLM land, free camping, and had fire rings and everything else. We were the only ones there.
With a beautiful view.
Right at the base of the Tetons, man. You couldn't get any better. And then what did we do? Then we ended up on the loneliest highway in America.
Is that what we?
Yeah, saw the Valley of the Moons, or the Crater of the Moons.
Oh yeah, that was in Idaho.
That was in Idaho. And then we came on down. That was a good trip, but it was so freaky. It was just between the plague and people dying, and we didn't get vaxxed. We were out there in the middle. We went to about 5 Walmarts, man. Nothing was open. You couldn't get a donut, but you could go to Walmart and stand in line with 100 people coughing. What the hell is that all about? You can't buy a pair of shoes at a shoe stop, but you can go to Walmart. And it's just, or meat, you can't go to your...
Hi, anybody out there that's joining us. This is the Lost RVers headed to Quartzsite, Arizona. Hope everybody's having a good night.
Who are you talking to?
There's 3 people on.
Well, you have to talk over here.
Oh, well, this is true.
She's talking to her phone, and I just have it mounted, Do you want to hold it so you can show it around?
No.
Just hold like that. Here, I'm going to give it to her. We have to end this pretty soon. Okay, I'm going to hand this over to my wife. There. You got it? There.
Oh, it's so dark I can't see
Point it out
anybody.
the front with
I
it.
am. There. Okay.
Now, can you guys hear us okay? Who's
Trying
up?
to hold it steady. Who's up?
Anybody up?
Anybody
Come
out
on.
there from Quartzsite, Arizona?
Anybody from home? I told all my kids, make sure you hit that bell. Yeah, Dad, right. Snooze. They're Let's show them that. Look at that skyline. Look at over there. Point it over there.
There's a truck coming up here. Okay.
So can you still hear us? Do I have to yell?
Well, now it's just me.
That was my favorite trip. But it was scary. It really was. It was freaky. It was like some kind of Twilight Zone, I Am Legend, The Happening. And then
Was anybody traveling at that time?
Who's traveling?
No, is anybody out there traveling at that time?
I'm a traveling man, waiting on me all over the world. So yeah, someone wanted us to go live, and we're going to go live at Quartzsite, or try to. Traveling Robert is going to be in Quartzsite. Don't cover up the mic on this side. Traveling Robert should be in Quartzsite sometime Monday, maybe Tuesday, he said. He did a live show. He's in Tampa at an RV show, and he said, the last one I saw is that he tried to make it out by Monday. We'll be there tomorrow morning. Mark Guido from Grand Adventure. I'm not sure where the heck he is. Last place I saw him, he was in Utah. Was it in Utah?
Yeah.
In Utah. Yeah, and all the rest, I don't know. We can name names. Ramblin' Voyage.
They may come out and visit.
They're going to come out. It was huge last year. I think they're taking a pass on setting up the tents and the kitchen and all that this year. And I don't blame them, man. That's a lot of work.
Oh, roaming vets.
Oh, and roaming, what's her name?
Rosie. Roaming with Rosie.
And what's your friends, the opera singer?
I'm trying to think of their...
Oh, what's their handle?
Enablers? Traveling Enablers.
Yeah, Traveling Enablers. Man, you want to hear some good singing, go to our channel and scroll down to Quartzsite. And you'll see Greg and I from Rambling Voyagers for putting up a flag. And and my wife just happened to be taking a picture of a video of it, and it kind of looked like Hiroshima, you know, like putting up the flag, and she started doing opera, singing the Star Spangled Banner, and it was great. You know.
Okay,
It was,
should wrap it up.
it was one of those captured moments that's hard to fake. Who else is going to be out there? What are you doing?
I'm telling you to wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Okay.
I'm just getting started.
I'm the only one on it.
It's your arms getting tired. All right, well, yeah, I'm trying to put it in here. Grab the steering wheel for a second.
No, I can't.
Well, how am I going to put this back in here? My wife wants me to go live while I'm driving. Yeah. On.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Am I still on? We're breaking all the rules here. Look at me. I can't even stay on the road. It looks blurry to me. I'm sorry about that. Does it?
Yeah. Well,
It's
okay.
it's either the phone
It's the lights.
or the lights or the whatever. But again, we're just experimenting, seeing what it's like going live. This is the new Apple 16 Pro Max. I traded in my Apple 14 Pro Max mainly to have the same cord, the same charging cord as my wife's iPhone 15 Pro Max. Plus, the new AI feature came out, and it's kind of weird. You take a picture, you push a button, and it tells you what it is, which is nothing to me. Other than that, it has a better camera. It has better zoom, a little bit better. Not as good as the Samsung, but I think the video quality is better when you're not blurry like this. I hope this isn't the phone. I think it's just the windshield.
Nope. Get closer to the windshield.
No, it's still blurry, huh?
Oh, now you're seeing all your instruments. Okay, there we go.
So anyway, nothing more to say. But I'll try to go live. You know, I always like catching Traveling Robert coming in live if there's a live event, you know. The arrival. Say with Mark, you know, the arrival of Traveling Robert. Hey! Oh, shit. We've known him. We met him at Petaluma years ago. I've seen him 3 times now. He's probably... I see him on the show. He sees my post going. I can see when he's reading my post, his eyebrows kind of furrow, and oh my God, the lost RV. So I have to give him $1.99 to get him to read something to mine. That's not true. That is sort of how Robert. No, that's okay. Yeah, long distance friendships.
He works for peanuts.
Yeah. All right, you guys, so I'm bouncing around. I can't hold it steady. I don't know what else to say. I don't even know how to turn this off while I'm driving. My wife won't help me.
All right, have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night. We'll see you.
On the road.
We'll probably do a couple of shorts when we first get there and just throw them up. And then we'll probably go live a couple of times. And then, and always look forward to the long version video of the lost RVers, the spectacular scenery and just conversation that most people don't get in their lives but once or twice. Sitting down with scholars, drinking coffee and pondering the vastness of life, and you get it all right here with the lost RVers. Just